Hey guys, Nick here from Velocity Trading. Today is May 30th, and I'm gonna go over the recap for today. So pretty crazy day overall for the small cap market these past few days. I had some nice trades myself yesterday. Today was a little shaky. I had one trade I wasn't too pleased about, but yeah, let's dive into the trades for today, and I'm gonna go over one trade yesterday on ELTK. So on it right now. So ELTK. Let me get into I'm gonna go over my trades from yesterday from it. So these are my trades yesterday from ELTK. It's not the overall intraday chart. This is as of 9:50. This was a just a snip I had yesterday from my entries and exits on it. So thought process yesterday on ELTK was coming into the day. We did have a massive runner on SOLY. Went from like $7 to $20, some crazy move. So going into the following day, I knew the overall market sentiment was going to be chase everything, chase everything. So I knew that going into yesterday that that was going to be the overall market sentiment. So what I have been tracking in the past was that after a big supernova ripper, usually the next lowest float stock that usually gaps up in the morning usually does go on a rip. The manipulators know that the market sentiment is chase everything. They know they'll have a lot of demand because people who missed the SOLY train don't want to hop on the next low flow train. So companies know this, and they usually pump their stocks the following day. That's how we get these sympathy plays. So going into this, I saw ELT gapped up on earnings news. So it was under 1 million of float stock. So immediately wanted to get long. So started longing it, right around this 290 area. Got stopped out a few times, wasn't liking the overall tape at the time. Then I saw right around 9 o'clock came, we had this, abnormal volume started moving in. So I started taking some more, started getting back in here long 290, getting some more long here, selling into the pops, adding back here what I took off. And then, I saw the tape was stalling here, was having some trouble with this $3 area, and the market was at the open. So usually market open very unpredictable. So just close it out, took it all off here. Got this nice little wash out of the gate. Took some more long here, some starter position. This was an accidentally I sold a few shares there by accident. Then after we got stuffed that view up there, I saw the tape was soaking a bunch 260. So this is when I really started building, a bigger position here. You know, once I saw this soaking area, a bunch of orders were going through on the bid side, and just wouldn't budge. So there was a major soaking going on. So load it up more, load it up more. Got a pop up here to this 3310 area, scaling some out, putting back some on, and then this is where we got this really nice ripper here, uh, and I was taking here 350s, 340s. So overall yesterday was a really nice trade for me on ELTK. Did get up to max size here, so very nice winner for me yesterday there on ELTK. Now let me get into today's trades on ELTK. So before we do that, I actually do want to go over my game plan. So every morning, I have my game plan, set out for the day. I type this out every morning. So coming into the day with a plan, always want to have a game plan going into the morning market each morning. So this is my plan on ELTK. Had no borrows on it, and I said as far as longing, I don't normally long day twos, but I think there's some potential here for a squeeze setup. So be on smaller position size. So that was my game plan going into the day on ELTK. I don't really like no, I usually don't normally like longing day twos because if you track majority of these top gainers, usually the following day they do get back their gains. But ELTK, you knew it did have some sort of potential here. Like look at this crazy move from 2 to highs over $8 yesterday. So ELTK, super low float, heavily manipulated. So you knew there was some potential here for a possible day two, which I don't normally like longing, but for example, like today I went on smaller size. If I'm gonna long a day two, it's not normally a niche setup, so I go on smaller position size. So to right out of the gates, SSR trigger. This was down more than 10%. Had a wash out of the gates. Trapping hard here, and you can see we got this abnormal volume here. Break over view up, kind of reverse wash, trap, and squeeze pattern. Usually, for the wash, trap, and squeeze pattern, we like the parabolic move, break below VWAP, then and we trap, we soak, then re-break VWAP on a strong volume, pull back, hold VWAP, and then get this nice rip. So kind of a little bit of opposite here of the wash, trap, and squeeze pattern. Didn't take that. Like I said, it's being patient here. It's waiting for the confirmation. So I think we got halted here. Don't really see it here on ELTK. If I do remember correctly, I believe we were halted after this big volume candle here. After the unhalt, we got this nice pop to the 740 area, came back down. Started looking for some dips here, 690s, selling into pops, came back down, looking for more dips and just selling into pops. So nothing crazy there. ELTK just buying the dips, selling the pops, noticing on the tape, bids refreshing, tons of demand coming in, and just knowing overall, who's stuck, shorts are stuck big time here on ELTK. So that was that overall trade for ELTK. Let's get into my other two trades for the day. Go over RBZ. This is my big loser on the day. Just a complete mess of a trade here on RBZ, guys. Let's go over this. So, kind of went wrong here, guys. First of all, you could see here, had no game plan on it, so I didn't come into the day super prepared on this one. Why is that? Because news came out on RBZ right around 9:25ish, so it was right before the market opened. News came out on this RBZ. Former runner. It's gone on some nice rips in the past. Had a high institutional, high insider ownership. Big short float. So it had a lot of bullish factors towards it over on RBZ. Float, I believe, was like 1.5. So it was kind of in that range of what we've been seeing on lately, SOLY and ELTK. So I was thinking this one was gonna squeeze as well. So you could see, kind of, unlike me, just buying kind of right out of the gates. Seeing it kind of had this pullback here. Did have a little winner here, sold some into the pops, came back down. Loaded back on what I took off, came back down. Was kind of forcing here. You could see not waiting for confirmation on my setup. Like I said on the setup here, I usually like to see a very abnormal strong volume candle above VWAP. Come back down and then hold that VWAP area. You see we didn't get it. Just me anticipating here, loading up more, just kind of hoping this thing was gonna turn into a big ripper. And you can see it kind of backfired on me here. So you can see, after I saw we stuff here, I knew I had to take some off. So I was scaling some out here just to protect myself a bit. Came back up, loaded more, another stuff. You could see stuffing, and then ultimately we did crack here on this RBZ trade. Then here just was kind of me just jumping in smaller size, anticipating that they may run it back over VWAP, which obviously didn't happen here. Stopped out for another loss there. So just not a good overall trade. You could see, guys, the baseline volume wasn't even that impressive here. Had one little squeeze here, probably a chat room pump. And then you could see after this, just literally gave it all back here, and then the volume was just, non-existent on this RBZ. So probably one of my worst trades of the month, to be honest. Don't know what was going through my head here. Just was kind of hoping, it was going to be a big ripper. Could contribute from yesterday. Had a big day yesterday. Coming into today, I felt like I had a little bit more freedom, which you shouldn't be, guys. Every day you should go into the day clean slate, clean mind. Shouldn't matter what happened yesterday, whether you had a big win day or a big loss day. Shouldn't really matter. Every day should just be, systematic, robotic. Trade the same way every day. So it kind of broke some rules here on this RBZ, which kind of led to my, break-even day. Alright, let's get into my final trade of the day over on OBLN. This OBLN here, super strong stock here, OBLN. I think this is running on recycled news, I believe. I saw some people, on Twitter saying, oh, OBLN recycled news, automatically short. Guys, just because news is recycled or whatever, could be the worst news possible. Doesn't really matter, guys. It's just doing, crazy amount of volume. Tons of demands coming in here. So you really got to be careful. You can't just short just solely based off news or long solely based off news. You really got to take into effect, the supply and demand and how the volume's looking on the overall day. So let's go over game plan on this OBLN. I said don't like how it had a gap down overnight. Still showing signs of strength. Also broke above its daily resistance level of 165. We still have to treat this play as front side until it breaches $1. So below $1 would be the backside, or until we get a gap down to short into pops, as long as it'll be underwater then. But the game plan for me today was short into parabolic levels using smaller size, or wait for the backside. So you can see today on OBLN, super strong right out of the gates. Got this nice ramp up. Stuck below VWAP for a little, then reclaim, squeezed up, and then I was really eyeing that $2 level to possibly get short. So $2 was the area I was looking for. Well, before that, I did take a little long here, anticipating this squeeze on up here on OBLN. Just kind of just a small little feeler trade there, smaller size, selling at the pops here. Started in a bit early here on OBLN, so I did take it off quickly for a small loss. Then I shorted this move, 190s with the idea of adding into the $2 line. So if this thing came up, it's that $2 mark. Did have another add waiting for me there at 198. Was only risking, about calculated risking about 5 cents, but I was only looking to make 10 cent guys. Wasn't trying to be a hero on this. Did almost nail the top there. I wasn't trying to be a hero and nail the top and look for this, big unwind. I was only looking to make, a quick 10 cents, just take a piece of the pie and, and just move on. And that's what I did here. Caught some here, 191 area, and it was taking down to the flush here at, low 180s. So it was quick in and out there at OBLN. Just made my money there and, really moved on. Didn't want to step into the front. Didn't step hard into the front side here, guys. Front side shorts, require front side covers. You don't want to get caught, with big size on the front side of any of these moves. So that was kind of the deal with the OBLN trade. And as far as that, I think that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this recap. If you guys haven't already, we have a free Discord. Link will be down below in the description. Definitely come check us out. And that's gonna be it for this recap. Peace.